Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is our monthly recap, our investments for September and purchases that we made on eBay. If you follow this channel closely, you know we're buying a lot more collections from people that are contacting us, as well as Facebook Marketplace, etc., and also making a lot more investments at shows. Our whole business, you'll see a change, and it's really a progression in my mind. But those of you that follow these series that we do at the end of every month, what we bought on eBay, what we sold on eBay, you're going to see a distinct difference this month. And I feel like I need to kind of give you a little bit of background on why and what we're doing and what our plans are the last quarter of this year and definitely moving into next year. So we're going to cover our investments on YouTube, but let me just kind of give you a little bit of a background or kind of where our mind is. Some of you, if you followed our shows that we've done this year, I really did not want to do shows. And then I decided, well, we need to at least experiment with it. And it's been good. Dawn and I have had a great summer. We've enjoyed going to the different locations. We went to the show in Myrtle Beach. We had a great time. And really all the shows, and we've met some really awesome people. And that's really the best part of doing shows, in my opinion. But one of the things that we did, we didn't do this from the beginning, but at the first Chattanooga show that we did, it was a flip show. We set up these $15 slab boxes, slabs, $15 each, 4 for $50. And we had a couple of boxes here on our table. And if you've watched our show review videos since that time, you've seen this kind of gradually grow. And then last month, or last week actually, this video just dropped. It was also in Chattanooga. It was not a flip show, but it's called the Nooga Show. We did a whole review of that show, but you can see how these slab boxes, we used to have 2 sitting on the table. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 7 boxes here. The reason that we've expanded this and what I have learned from doing shows this year is there's so many team collectors and player collectors in the market. And a lot of people that come to show, they're looking for a Robin Yount card. They're looking for a Patrick Mahomes card. They're looking for a Ronald Acuna Jr. card. They're looking for a LeBron James card. And they're player collectors or team collectors. And the number of people that came to me, that first Chattanooga show was kind of really got my mind on this track. But a young man came up to me and he was thrilled. He bought a Ronald Acuna base card from 2024 in a slab for $15 and was thrilled. And he said, you know, I came to this show and my number one goal was to find a Ronald Acuna slabbed card that I could afford. He didn't say PSA slabbed. He didn't say SGC slab. He just said a slabbed Ronald Acuna card. So we've expanded this part of our show inventory over time this year. And it's been great. I mean, there's been so many people that they get in those slab box and they start digging and they love it. So when something's working, always try to move it forward, expand on it. And ultimately in any business, the long-term success of a business is your ability to, and it's based upon your ability to provide service to the market that you serve. Your long-term upside potential is in direct proportion to the value you provide to the market that you serve. And in the show market, yes, there's a lot of flippers, there's a lot of investors, and We have showcase cards for those people. But the majority of the market are team collectors and player collectors that want to add to their collection. And when they can pick up a slabbed card for $15, they're thrilled. And that's the bottom line here, serving the market. So with that mindset, we have our plans are to fill one table with nothing but slab boxes, and everything there is $15 slabs, 12 for $50, or 4 for $50. That's the direction that we're moving in. So obviously we need the inventory to make that happen. And see, a lot of you are thinking, but Dale, how can you do that and make any money? I'm not going to get into all the details here, but you can go to our channel here on YouTube and just type in alternative grading. And when you do that, there's going to be, this is probably the one you should start with right here. PSA card grading, do other options make more sense? And I talk a little bit about it here. This is the first time I went to Chattanooga. Probably, when was this? About over a year ago. And then here's another one on alternative grading. But here's alternative grading in a nutshell. We had a alternative grader that was providing us slabs for $8. They went out of business. They went out of business because of poor money management. I had lunch with the owner, and he'd never been in business before. Long story, I'm not going to get into it all, but the bottom line, they went out of business. We tried to work a deal and broker a deal to buy the business. Again, long story, long rabbit trail. He had a gold mine, and he just poor money management. But there are other graders out there that do a phenomenal job. And we've identified a couple that if we do bulk submission to them, 100 plus cards, we can get our grading done in the neighborhood of $8 per card. If we do enough bulk. So here's my thought process here. Number one, providing value to the market that we serve, to the customers that are coming to the shows. But you have to be profitable. But if I can buy a goat, and you guys see it all the time, this last month you saw an example of the cards that we sold on eBay. An Otani that we picked up for $1 at a dollar box in Lexington, Kentucky. It was beautiful, very good condition. We turned around and had it graded with PSA. So it cost us $20 for grading. Now it would be $22, thanks PSA. But $20 for grading, $1 for the card. We sold it for $50. You guys see us do that every single month. If you follow along our buys and sells, our investments and our sales every month on eBay, you've seen that example over and over and over. So if I can buy that same Otani card and send it to an alternative grader, and it's graded for $8, now I have $9 in the card. And if I can sell it for $15, I'm doing okay. I'm making $6. I'm making a decent percentage by doing it that way. So I'm not going to lose money, and I can provide value to the market is the way I'm looking at this. So right now we have about 500 cards that are being graded at 2 different alternative graders that we're testing. We've got one that we've established, and we send them 100 cards. And as soon as we get them back, we send them 100 more. They have 100. That's one company that we've established our relationship with. But we have 2 others that we're testing right now to see, if they do a good job, what kind of job they do, and if this is going to make sense. So that's our business plan moving forward with this. We actually have got this This banner, I think it was just delivered a few minutes ago. But our plan is to have a table, and the entire table are slabs, slab boxes, $15, 4 for $50. And then above the table, we'll have a banner. This is what the banner will look like. And so we do 2 tables almost at every show. So this will be one full table, be nothing but these slab boxes. That's our plan moving forward into next year. But again, securing inventory has been an issue, and it will continue to be an issue. So that's why I'm checking slabs once a day on eBay, looking to see if there's anything out there that makes sense. So as we get into our sales and our purchases for September, it's going to be heavy slabs. Now you understand why. All right, let's get into it. Okay, the first purchase, we're going to start so September 29th, and we'll work towards the 1st of September to cover our purchases on eBay. Again, a lot of what we're doing is on Facebook Marketplace, buying collections and buying at shows, etc. But we picked up this 95 Pinnacle baseball set. Those of you that are part of our beta program, you know why we buy this. You've seen us break this set down. You know the value that's in this set. Our buy price on this is $30. If we're looking to buy this set for $30, the complete set 1 through 450. We ended up getting this one for $31.75, which is right in line with our target buy price. That was on the 29th, and then also on the 29th we picked up this same set below our buy price of $30 for $28.92 delivered to us. And again, this has just been a phenomenal set for us, a phenomenal card within this set that we've sold a ton of this year. And here's a clue right there. There's the card. Then I picked up this 2017 Bowman's Best Ronald Acuna, beautiful card, PSA 10 autographed. We're probably going to use this as our giveaway, our next giveaway for our drawing that we do. When people come to shows, they can scan a QR code to register to win a card. This is probably going to be the next one we do, or I might keep this for my PC. I haven't decided. I'm trying to decide whether I want to do this or Patrick Mahomes rookie. Then we'll get into the slabs. I was very happy to pick this up. So my target price on slabs is $8 a slab. And if you look in your persistence and you look every day, every now and then you can find some. And we were lucky we picked this one up. This is one of the most iconic. This card represents one of the most iconic moments in baseball card history, and with the Kirk Gibson, and then the unbelievable walk-off. So we picked that up. It's an Arena Club slab and also a PSA slab of this particular card. And you can see we ended up, what did we pick these up for? $14.84 delivered to us. And again, when people see that card, they're going to remember the moment. And if you don't know the moment, I'm going to show you the moment. You just got to see the moment. And if you've seen it, then you'll appreciate it. And honestly, I want to see it again. So let's take a look.
And look who's coming up. All year long, they looked to him to light the fire, and all year long, he answered the demands until he was physically unable to start tonight with 2 bad legs, the bad left hamstring and the swollen right knee. And with 2 out, you talk about a roll of the dice. This is it. If he hits the ball on the ground, I would imagine he would be running 50% to first base. So the Dodgers trying to catch lightning right now. Sachs waiting on deck, but the game right now is at the plate. High fly ball into right field. She is gone.
Mercy.
In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened.
Let's say up until that point in my life, I hated the Dodgers, but that was a moment that baseball fans appreciate and will never forget. Those of us that were watching on TV kind of remind me last year when Freddie hit the walk-off in Game 1 of the World Series. It was kind of took you back to that time and place and moment, and this card is just phenomenal because it captures that time and place in history. So anyway, sorry guys, but I'll try to get through this. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing that again. I'll never get tired of seeing that. Okay, picked up this Patrick Mahomes GOAT card because I paid $250 on average for this card delivered. I'm going to spend $8 to have it graded, so that puts me at $10.50. But I'll sell it for $15. I'm not going to make a lot of money, but this is a cool card. It's a time and place moment in history that somebody's going to love to add to their collection in a slab. I hate Duke. I cannot stand Duke. I don't like Bobby Hurley because of Christian Laettner. And I don't have to say anything else. If you know, you know. And I'm a Kentucky basketball fan. I bleed blue. But Bobby Hurley, I had to pick these up. I picked up 2. I'm looking again, $8 a slab. I got them for $12.92 for both of them. PSA, slab. There's a lot of Duke fans in this part of the country. So for our slab project, Brian Bosworth, phenomenal player with Oklahoma. One of the best linebackers to ever play college football, as a cult-like following. These cards, I've picked up 55 of them. They're in phenomenal condition. I've already got 5 that I've sent to an alternative grader. So when you look at this, 5 to an alternative grader, when I sell them, I'm looking at $7 profit per card. 7 times 5 is 35. So I picked up 55. I sent 5 already. They're in my to be sent to a grader. Picked out 5. They're all really nice. Most of them, I've got several others that I can send that I think are going to gem. But these 5 come back. It doesn't matter if they're an 8, a 9, or a 10. If they're a Bosworth fan, they remember that time in college football history when he dominated. If they want the card, they want the card to add to their collection. So if I sell 5 of these, which we will, we'll end up making $7 a card. That's $35 profit when it's all said and done. And we paid for the entire lot here. So I have 50 other cards. Some will send to alternative graders. Some will go in our dollar box. Some will sell on eBay. Lad McConkey, very, very popular player here. He played for the University of Georgia, had a great rookie season in the NFL the first year. We picked these up at a good price. Again, we have several of these that we'll send to alternative graders. Some will sell raw on eBay. And then we also are doing a show this weekend. I don't know if you can see this, but we've got this display for show that we're doing this weekend. I just set this up. We like to do some of these show specials from time to time, but I got all these Lad McConkey and top loaders, and we priced them at $1 a card. And I think I put 40 in here total. I have 40 cards. I think about. See a whole stack of them, and we'll sell out probably at this show, because people just add this to whatever they're buying for $1, because he's an extremely popular player here in Georgia. Had a phenomenal college career for the University of Georgia. So that's how we'll move 40 of these cards. And again, providing value, providing a good deal for show attendees, something they can pick up, add to their order. And then we have some that we've already got ready to send to one of our alternative graders. When they come back, $15 a slab, easy for Lad McConkey. This card here, I am beyond excited about. I could only find one comp through Market Movers last night. This is a Barry Bonds card. I'd never seen it. It's from 2007 Topps, and it's celebrating his 656th home run. Black border. These cards were beautiful. I picked out 15. There was only one in the entire lot that had terrible centering. You know, a lot of these older cards, the centering left to right or top to bottom is terrible. These look beautiful. I've got 14 of these right now that are in our to be examined stack. We'll look at them with a magnifying glass and really look at these. And if they can be sent to PSA, they will be, because the only comp I could find was a PSA 5 that sold for $82. And I have no doubt that the worst one in the bunch here will be, it's going to be the off-center one is better than a 5. So thrilled about this lot, thrilled about this. And they're all going to be graded. If they're not going to be graded by PSA, then they will go to an alternative grader. And really excited about this particular lot. This is going to be a home run for us for sure. I overpaid for these. Dale Murphy. It is a semi-rare card from Hostess back in 1985, so it's an old card, vintage card. Not a huge number of Dale Murphy fans in this market. That's why I picked these up. I still got them for less than $2 a card, which is okay. I picked out 5 right now to go to an alternative grader in our next order. I've got 4 or 5 of these in our prices marked box for our shows. I think I put $4 on them, so we're not going to lose, but we're not going to make a lot. But this card in a slab, $15, easy sale in this market. Same with this one. Got these at a really good price. These are the 87 Fleer Glossy. They're not the regular 87 Fleer, they're the Glossy. A lot of people, maybe they don't have maybe they've got the 87 Fleer, but they don't have the Glossy version because that only came in the 10 sets. Back in 1987, the 10 boxes was the only way you could get a Glossy card. So I'm excited about this. This will be a moneymaker for us in this market. We will send all that we can send to an alternative grader, and the rest will go in our prices marked box or our Braves dollar box or what have you. Excited about this. PSA 8, Ronald Acuna. It went over my $8 budget, but it's Ronald Acuna, and I'm in the Atlanta Braves market. this will be the first person that sees this in our $15 box will buy it. I have no doubt about that. It's a quick sale for us. And again, giving the market what they want. I bought this to put pressure on myself. I'm trying to convince myself to start a whatnot show. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right, and I'm going to commit to it for at least 90 days to try it. I've been examining whatnot, studying it, try to wrap my mind around it, learn, why are some people successful and some people bomb out. This morning early, I was on a whatnot stream, and I haven't been on very many, and I haven't bought. I bought some last night, and then I was on a stream this morning, and honestly, I felt terrible for the guy. He didn't have very many people in the room, and I'll probably do a video on this when my order comes in, because the cards that I picked up, I felt sorry for the guy. But I picked up some cards at $1 each that, some $8, $9, $10, $12 cards for $1 each. And I bought a bunch from him. I bought so many that my credit card company thought there was some kind of irregular activity, which was irregular, but some type of scam going on because all these dollar charges. But, so I felt sorry for the guy, and I understand that that's going to be part of the game. If you want to take the time to really work on it, really build an audience, you're going to lose a lot in the beginning. So I'm just trying to wrap my mind around it and force myself to do it, because I know live selling is the future. I know that. So that's why I bought this stand, that I'm trying to force myself. If I have to look at this stand, then I might as well put it to use. And again, I'm very particular, and I'm very structured in what I do and my time. But I'm just trying to convince myself that this is something that I need to do. So that's why I picked that up. This card's going to look great in an alternative grade or slab. I love this card. If you haven't seen it, it's just cool. It's just part of history from a different perspective. It's actually a promotional card for a top load, basically. But you got young King Griffey here holding up his 89 Upper Deck rookie card. I just think it's just a cool card. And when people that have never seen it see it, they buy it. They buy it, especially if they're Griffey fans. So I'm going to buy several of these and get them slabbed up for our $15 slab promotion. This is just for next year, honestly, an investment. I believe in this kid, Jack Caglione. Those of you that saw our Myrtle Beach show that we did, and we went to the shop and we picked up some Caglione Mojo cards back then in Myrtle Beach, and I'm trying to pick these up when I can. I picked up 5 slabs, PSA 9. I just think this kid is a good kid, solid, hard worker. I think he has X Factor. I'm not sure yet, but I just bought this for a card that we would probably sell going into the season next year, because I think there's going to be a lot of hype around him. He came up with a bang, and then he got hurt. But I think he holds the record for hitting the longest home run in all of baseball this year. And it was when he was in the minor leagues. If you haven't seen it, this is worth seeing. 516 feet, the longest home run. This is before they brought him up. This is in the minors. Watch this.
Another fastball, and look out, face on the scoreboard. That actually might hit it. That went over the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen.
So look one more time. Look at this scoreboard. 516 feet.
Another fastball, and look out, face on the scoreboard. That actually might hit it. That went over the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen. Here at the Condren Ballpark, another jack for Jack. 21st of the year, and that's 7 straight games that he has left the yard.
I've never seen anybody hit a baseball wearing orange and blue like this guy. He's been nothing short of amazing.
Wow.
Okay, guys. So I just think he's got a tremendous future, and he's a solid kid. We're playing. Sorry about that.
Swinging it.
He's a solid kid. So that's why this is going to look good in an alternative rating slab. Bo Jackson, phenomenal card in a slab. Another Elway for the slabs. These already look good. LeBron James, I bought a couple of these. They met my buy price, target price criteria. So pick those up. This is a card that we sell every time we have it at a show. It's an attention grabber, and you guys that are part of our beta program, we talk about different concepts in psychology at show. And one of the things is you've got to grab people's attention. You got to make them stop. And one of the things that we actually do is we put this card, we buy these and we sell them. And the main reason we buy them is to get people to stop at our table at a show. It's a conversation starter without question. And those of you that saw our Nuga card show review, we talked about that on that particular channel, on that particular video. But you can see here it is on our table, and it's in a really dual card frame that really jazzes it up. It looks really good. We have to pay money for the frame, but we sell it. We sell it every single show in the $100 range. It's not a big profit maker for us, but it does what it's supposed to do for us at shows. And again, we talk a lot about this in our, sorry, I got the yard man out there, but I don't know if that's making a lot of background noise. I'm sorry if it is. But anyway, we talk a lot about that in our Guaranteed Sports Card Profits program. How, there's a psychology to maximizing your profit at shows, and it really starts with giving the market what they want, giving collectors what they want. So needless to say, that's already sold. We sold it, we had it I think at $100 and we sold it for $90. So we didn't make a lot of money, but it served its purpose. This is going to look great in a slab. This Robin Yount card will look phenomenal in a slab. This unique Barry Bonds star card will look great in a slab. This is going to look great in a slab. And I have no idea why I bought that card. I was trying to figure it out. I don't know what I did. I have no idea. I have a whole box full of these. But anyway, that happens sometimes when you're buying it 2 and 3 in the morning. Back to Lad McConkey, or this is actually Jaden Daniels. Pick this up, PSA 7. We already sold that, but that was in our slab box. It went like that. Again, it meets our $8 criteria. Very popular quarterback. Guys, I don't have time to stop recording, so if I hope you're not getting too much background noise here. Again, we got the yard guy out there reading. Matthew Stafford is a very popular player, played for Georgia, having a good NFL career so far. Again, that's going to look phenomenal in the slab, and people are going to be excited in this market to add it to their collection. So I bought a couple of those. This was a great deal. I picked up 4 sets to break. Those of you that are part of our beta automatic sports card profits, you've seen me break these sets and show you what we pull out, how we process each set that we break. And it's one of the easiest ways, once you get a little bit of knowledge, one of the easiest ways to make money and guarantee yourself profits. is breaking sets. And I've been looking to buy a case of these, can't find them. I'd love to find a case of these that made sense. And it's the most widely produced card set ever, the 91 score. They just massively produce this. I used to go on eBay and buy a case of 16 of these sets, these factory sets. Now they're hard to find. But you guys that know the card that's in there, that bow card, the shoulder pads bow card. Some more of the Griffies for reasons we've already stated. So that takes us to, is that all the way? Let me see if we have any more Septembers. Yep. Okay, September 24th, we purchased Ron Gant lot. It was 50 cards. There was 40 of this particular card of the 88 Donruss rookie, which is part of our dividend play. And if you've not seen that video, I highly recommend it. The dividend play, Ron Gant is part of that. All you need to do is just go to the channel right here, click on this little search, type in dividend, and that card, that here it is. That video will come up right here. How to set up a monthly cash flow system with SPORTSCARD step by step. It's our dividend method, and it's definitely worth checking out if you haven't seen that. So this Ron Gant is part of our monthly dividend program that we run. We actually had 50 of those. We've sold them all this year. We ran out, and I was able to pick up 40 more plus these. The rest, this is the tops traded and the Fleer rookie. They'll go in our Braves box. Price is marked probably. And, you know, there'll probably be one of each one of these will probably go to an alternative grader as well. There's just picking up another Griffey, the 91 Upper Deck Griffey. That's his third year. Again, 4 slabs. Love this card. Good looking card. The 87, our 97 Upper Deck Home Run Chronicles. That's for a slab. These two are for a slab. These two are for a slab. Pete here is definitely for a slab. Another Pete for a slab. Again, I'm just trying to find cards that people of GOATs that people like and collectors will want to add to their collection. I picked up this Soto. I paid more than my target price of $8, but it's already sold. It sold this past weekend at the show that we did because, again, the Mets in the playoffs, even though we had anticipation of being in the playoffs, they didn't make it, but Soto is Soto. And there's a lot of Soto collectors out there. I picked up this Tom Seaver 1971 card, and I also picked up this showcase. You guys will see this probably in our next video that we do. We're going to use this for the first time this weekend, and you'll see what our plans are for that. Let me show you that Tom Seaver, why I picked up that 71. I had this 71, if you can see it right there, coin, Tom Seaver coin. And the coins by themselves don't sell very well, but it's from 71. So I picked up the 71 card, and I'm combining it with the coin, and you can see I've put it together in a couple of sleeves here for shows. And again, it's just something that I think it will get people's attention, and I think I can sell them together to a Tom Seaver or New York Mets collector, and it'll be something they will appreciate, where I got the coin and the card together. I had the coin, didn't have the card. I was looking on eBay for a while trying to find a good-looking Seaver because those 71s are really hard because of the black border, but I wanted to get a really good-looking Seaver and put that package together. And I do that a lot. just for different, just again, some of the psychology of a show is you have to have people stop and look at your table. And if you've got good value, then they will usually buy. I picked up this triple threads number Johnny Bench. Not decided what I'm going to do with that. Ed Matthews, because we're in this market. This is numbered to 1350. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. Peyton Manning, because a lot of Tennessee people come to the shows. We do some shows in Tennessee, and Peyton is Peyton, and he is probably one of the most respected Tennessee player to ever put on a jersey. John Smotes, because he's John Smotes, again numbered. I like these triple threads. They just good looking cards, numbered. This is going to be phenomenal for us. I'm really excited about this. This is the one and only Herschel Walker. In my opinion, I never saw a running back in college like Herschel Walker. He was just unbelievable. And I didn't live in Georgia at the time. He was killing us in Kentucky and everybody else in the SEC. And you had Herschel and Bo Jackson. The SEC had some running backs at that time. But this is Georgia's finest. These are those collegiate cards. I've done a lot of shows in this area, and I'm sure that I've just missed them, but I've never seen this card. This card in a slab will sell like hotcakes in this market. So that's my thought behind this particular purchase. And he's holding his Heisman Trophy there. Cool card for Georgia football fans. Again, we try to service and take care of collectors. Here's a famous King Griffey Jr. in the San Bernardino Spirit minor league uniform, official minor league card. I've had a lot of these over the years and sold a lot of them. And I'm either going to send that to PSA or an alternative grader. Here's another iconic Bo Jackson card. Breaking the bat over his knee. Put that in a slab. It will sell like crazy in our slab boxes. Excited about getting that graded and getting that in. Bought some Luka cards for the same reason. I need more Luka slabs. I think he's going to have a good year this year. I just have a feeling that he could really have a great breakout year this year. So we gave a little bit more than I would like to, a little bit over $2 a card. But again, get them in a slab. If he has the type of year many people expect him to have, myself included, it'll be a good seller for us. Picked up these 3 slabs just to have for showcase cards because we were running lower on iconic cards. And you got 3 of them here. We already sold this Ricky Henderson. We sold it this weekend. We got the Mark McGuire and also the Barry Bonds. This acrylic case, if you watch the show video from the Nougat show that just dropped, this video just dropped, you'll see that on the table and how we're using it. We're actually using, this would be the back side. We're using that front facing the crowd, front facing, and then back here it has shelves where we can store slab cards when we need to restock our slab boxes. It shows, then we can put our inventory for a restock right here, and I don't have to, it's just right there, right where the slabs are. So that's why I purchased that. This is actually the slab box here. So you can see we got signage on the front of it. And then in the back here, we've got storage for our slab boxes, just to kind of give you an idea of what we did there. Okay, now we're getting back to normal a little bit. This was a buy a lot, sell the singles play. Buy a lot, sell the singles. Don Sutton, phenomenal Hall of Fame pitcher. Chipper Jones, 50 card lot. Buy a lot, sell the singles. You can see this. We've got several of the same card. I like to normally when I buy these, I like to get all the same card, but you can't always do that. Plus, some of these we've already shipped off to alternative graders. Don Manley, because any Don Manley card is a good card. We've already sent some of these to alternative graders. Then we have some of these lots listed on eBay. This was a Alex Rodriguez lot. Buy lots, sell singles. Greg Luzinski, very popular player with the Phillies. Buy lots, sell singles. Some of these are from 80s, early 80s. Some good-looking cards here. Cards that Phillies players will, our Phillies fans will appreciate. See, we've got some 81 Donruss and some pretty good cards here for Phillies fans. As we go through these lots, you'll see, as we teach, when you can buy lots like this, buy as many as you possibly can from the same YouTube seller so you can save drastically on shipping. I absolutely could not believe that I picked this lot up. 84 Topps, Steve Carlton, and they're nice, they're clean. We picked up 20 for $1.21. That's about a nickel a card. We sell this for $1.85, $1.89, $1.95 every single month on eBay. One of the greatest left-handed pitchers in baseball history. Aaron Judge, because I need more Aaron Judge. I don't have enough. Several of these, I think we already pulled out 4 or 5 to send to alternative graders. So it was 5. So at $5 alternative grader, all the numbers we've talked about, I'm looking at 7 times 5 is $35 profit from those 5. I paid $25 for the entire set. So the other 45 cards are free to me, plus I have $5 profit. And I hope you follow that math. If you're part of our automatic sports card profits beta, then you've heard me talk about this multiple times. Bobby Cox, because it's Bobby Cox, one of the greatest managers in history. And he managed a course here for the Braves, very popular. And when you can pick up 50 Bobby Cox cards for about a nickel a piece, and you're in the Atlanta Braves market, you better do it. Again, all these coming from one vendor, one seller on eBay. Tom Seaver, Hall of Famer. This is when he was with the Reds. The Reds loved him too, but the Mets is his. You think Tom Seaver, you think Mets, but still, for $5 for 20 Tom Seaver cards, these will look phenomenal in a slab. These Diamond Kings, it's going to look great in a slab, and we'll sell them like crazy. Sell one slab, I pay for the whole lot. It's hard not to do. Hard not to do. Okay, let's continue. Try to get this knocked out. King Griffey Sr., because it's King Griffey Sr., part of the Big Red Machine. Again, some of these we'll put in slabs. Most will just sell singles. Buy a lot, sell the singles. Eric Davis, same thing. Buy a lot, sell singles. This is his second year card. We got 3 second year. I think one of those we thought was, no, 2 of them were grade worthy. And I think we sent the Fleer here too, the Fleer rookie maybe. And some of these were just unusual. I like these oddball cards from sets, like the Future Stars set here. These oddball, anything that's not, it's different, it's oddball, usually sells very well. We sold this card already raw. I think we sold it for $1.89. You can look on our sales and you'll see that we sold that. So again, we're selling one card out of this lot for $1.89. We paid $3.25 for all 50 cards. Guys, buy lots, sell the singles. And when you can buy lots have some of them sent to an alternative grader and sell the slabs. Takes everything to an entirely different level from a profit standpoint and from the value that you're providing the market. Picked up 3 of these Tyler Hero, former University of Kentucky basketball player. We got them under our $8 price point, price target. So happy about that. Another one of the bows. Can't wait to get these back and slabbed. I'm buying these. If I can buy them, I'm trying to get them for a little bit less than $250, but if I can get them for under $2. McConkey, very popular players I've already talked about. We got all of these in one PSA 8 and an auto. You can see the original listing. We sold this last week at the show, but I've got all of these, plus I still have this auto left to sell. It's just a great buy, especially in this market. And I found that just looking for slabs. Nick Kurtz, because Nick Kurtz is going to be the talk of the off season and going into next year. It's going to be, he's going to be huge. So 3 of these I've already sent to alternative graders. I bought these 2 sets for $16. Shipped to me. $16 shipped to me. We're talking, $8 a set. And they, but they aren't packed with superstars or great cards, but they're packed with a lot of Hall of Famers, cards that will look great in slabs, and cards that will go in our dollar box. And that was just a great find for us. And that was on September 19th. So let's continue. Let's try to knock it out September, get this done. I got more things I have to do. I've already talked about this in our selling segment from this month on these Michael Jordan cards. Guys, it's a secret, and it's something people are just overlooking. But we picked up just the Michael Jordans, 8 for $22.41. And again, when you can find, these are hard to find grade-worthy cards to send to PSA to make it worth it, because you have to get a 10. But when you do, it's $100 plus card if you can get them in a 10. But they're hard. They don't grade well at all. But even an 8 in an alternative grading slab will sell for $15, which means it's $7 profit, which means somebody got a slab Michael Jordan card for $15. You follow that process. So people get a slab Michael Jordan card for $15, even if it's an 8. They're happy. And we look, there's how many here? 8 cards, 8 times 7 is $56. If there's nothing I can send to PSA here, it's $56. I've doubled my money, and I've given a collector a card that they're going to be proud to own. More of these bows. I picked this up just because I picked up a PSA 9 was in this lot. So that went in our slab box. It's already sold. And a couple more. This LEAI we sell for $15 raw on our honeypot site. So I just added that to that, and then this will go in our prices marked Reds box. Just double our money. 8 more Ellie's. We sell this one on the honeypot site for $10. And then I love this red color match. This card right here, I don't know if you can see it very well. That's the pink actually. But Ellie just sells. He just sells. So a couple of these we may send to alternative graders. If not, they'll go in our Reds box, prices marked. Some more Ellies, because I was looking for more AIs at the time. We sold like 3 of these in a week, and we were getting low on our inventory. Bo Bichette, because I think he's one of the most underrated cards. Maybe he'll never have a lot of hobby love, but I think he led the entire major leagues in hits this year. He had a bad year last year, and he came back with vengeance this year, and that's a sign. That is a sign. His sophomore year was down, but this year he came back with vengeance. I wish the Braves would trade for him. And if he ends up on another team somewhere, he probably won't. But Toronto has a chance of making it to the World Series this year. If they do, I think people are going to wake up to Bo Bichette. LEAI, because it's LEAI, and we sell this for $15, and we were running low. Who is this? Corbin Carroll, another underrated player, in my opinion. And, he's just tough. He's a tough player. I like him. And I know other people, if you like him, you like him. And just wanted to pick up some more Corbin Carroll. Here's 13 more I picked up. A couple of these will go in slabs. Ellie, because I needed to pick up for just my personal collection more of his first Bowman. Not autographed, just the first Bowman base. That's all I'm looking for. Wanted to add more to my personal collection. This one was PSA 9. Picked that one up. Let's see. I go on. You can see how my purchasing patterns, when I'm looking for something, I pick them up. Here we go. We got all these are picked up as one. They show a bunch, but they were selling them one at a time. If I can pick it up for $210, like I say, we $210 delivered. We sell these for $15. Picked up 2 here, just because our inventory was getting low. Picked up some more. I bought this lot because there's an AI, and then this is a very popular card. We sold a graded. This was a 9. We sold a graded of this card at a show, or not the last show, but in Richmond, $50. So if any of these are gradable with PSA, this one, or this one, they'll go to PSA. If not, they may go to an alternative grader. I love this King Griffey Jr. die cut. That's going to look phenomenal in a slab. And somebody's going to be awfully glad that they'll be able to take that home. Ricky Henderson, because we sell a lot of Ricky Henderson collectors out there. So some of these may go in a slab. This, because we needed more King Griffey Juniors. Bought this vintage lot because I need more vintage as well. You see a lot of Hall of Famers here. Pick these up. I think my average price was maybe $6 or $7 a card, if I remember correctly. But I know, like this Dodgers team card, or that's actually the Pirates, but we've sold that before. Nolan Ryan, part of the Big Red Machine, Concepcion. These cards sell well for us. The league leaders, this is from 72. Any of these that we can send that for grading, even if some of these come back, if this Juan Marshall comes back a 5, we'll still do extremely well with that. So just wanted to pick up some vintage cards. That's why we picked that up, just to have more in our showcase. Picked up this Sparkle Christian Yelich because the Brewers could make a deep run in the towards the World Series, maybe even make it to the World Series this year. And this he's a Reds killer, but he's a great hitter. He really is. And doesn't get the respect that I think he deserves. So I may put that in a slab. I may sell it raw to see how the series plays out. One of our favorite cards, we sell these like hotcakes here in this market. And if I can pick that up for $5.30, have it graded, if it comes back at 10, I can sell it for $40 to $50 in this market. Okay, where are we at here? September 12th. Okay, you can see we bought another of the Pinnacle sets. It's Freddie Freeman rookie card. It's for my own PC. I am going to have it graded. Another Pinnacle. And we went over on that. We spent almost $40 on this one. Our buy price is $30, but we were running real low on this card, and I wanted to, sometimes they just shoot up the prices of some of these sets. Typically, I want to buy that for $30 or less, but it got to a point where there wasn't any listed for several weeks. But see, we picked up this last one at our buy price, $26.50, which we were good, really good on that. So I paid a little bit extra for this one, but I'm okay with that. Bobo Chet, $8 is our target price for slabs. Fell right in line. This is a great card to have graded. We can have this regular base graded, and it'll sell for around $50 in this market. Picked up 2 of those, actually 3. Tom Brady, I needed more Tom Brady. Some of these will go in slabs. McConkey for what we've already talked about. Bo Bichette for what we've already talked about. Just a vintage 1968 Tony Flalinger on the Braves for our Prices Mark box. It's a good looking card. I like this uniform with the long sleeves. I think it's a cool uniform. Roman Anthony, very high on Roman Anthony. Roman Anthony and Caglion are 2 that I'm really going to be paying a lot of attention to and picking up many of their cards between now and the beginning of baseball season next year. Rhett Lauder, I think, is going to be phenomenal if he comes off his surgery and he can be healthy and be where he once was. So I'm taking a little bit of a risk here, but I just think he has the potential to be special. McConkey for what we've already talked about. Of course, there's our iconic card that we absolutely love. That's already been sent to PSA. Michael Harris had a phenomenal second half of the season. Phenomenal. And I think he's another one that I just think he's got too much talent not to be great. I wish he had a little bit more X factor, but he's a talented outfielder, base runner, and when he hits the ball right, he hits the ball right. I picked up these 6 slabs for our slab boxes within our very close to our $8 per slab price point. Joe Burrow, a couple of these are going to go for grading. A couple will go in our dollar box. 89 Upper Deck, I've been on a spree buying these at shows and buying as many as I can because of this card right here. Another up-and-coming Braves pitcher. Probably paid too much for this, but this is for my personal collection. Waldrop. I really like him. He's a Georgia kid. He grew up in Georgia, small town, Georgia, and has had a phenomenal last half of the year for the Braves. There he is again. There he is again. I just wanted to make sure I had a few. McConkey. I think I'm going to be okay on McConkeys for a while, but again, he's just a real popular player along with Rock Bowers here in Georgia. So that takes us to September the 2nd. And that might be close to everything we picked up this month. Some more Brock Bowers on the second. More Brock Bowers on the second. This card is at PSA as we speak. It's been sent. Also picked up some Michael Jordan. This was actually on August 31st. Couple of Jordan cards in our $8 range, but they're not slabbed. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these yet. There's another one we picked up. And did pick up 2 Larry Birds in our $8 slab range. So I was very happy with that. Very happy with that. And so a few more here. Free Ronald Acuña's. All of these are going to be, we're going to look at what we can send for grading. PSA or an alternative grader, if that makes sense. And then a guy that I am beyond excited about. The Reds brought up towards the end of the year, Sal Stewart, their #1 prospect in the minors, and he looked like a major leaguer. Great swing, makes good contact with the ball. So I'm going to be picking up some of his cards. I actually bought these because I knew I was doing a show in Richmond, Kentucky, and I knew there's a lot of Reds fans in the Kentucky market. And that was August 30th. So that covers September. Okay, guys, that covers our purchases, the reasons behind our purchases for September. If you're still here, I appreciate it. If you're still here, then you're following me and you're getting some value from me doing these. I'm always going to do these for our members. I don't know how long I'm going to continue to make this public, and I say that every month. But I hope you're seeing the reasoning behind what we do and how we do it. I believe when you buy cards, you should know how you're going to sell them, how you're going to get them out to collectors before you even buy the cards. I think that's real important to develop that mindset from the beginning, that you know how you're going to move it, how you're going to get it in the right people's hands before you purchase. So I hope you enjoyed this. As always, your feedback is appreciated more than you know. It really is. I depend upon it. If you have not checked out our website, been over there lately, we hope you'll go check it out. This is really good. A video and information, the 20 best investment cards for LeBron James and why you should be thinking about LeBron right now. Worth your time. Also, if you want to get on our notification list when our automatic sports card profits course goes live, you can just click on this members only. You come down here, there'll be a video explaining it. All you have to do is put in your name and first name, last name, and your email. And when this goes live to the general public, hopefully the beginning of next year, and I hate to say that because people are asking me every month, but I hope the beginning of next year, towards the beginning of next year, just submit your name and you'll be on the notification list. And lastly, if you enjoyed this information, if you stay with me through this whole thing, then what I want you to know, I do this every single month. Every single month, we do a recap of the month, what we bought, what we sold, and you can go here. I'm not sure, under video, playlist probably. Click on playlist, and yeah, sports cards on eBay probably is the playlist. Hey, welcome to the show. This is our recap of our monthly sales. Sorry about that. View full playlist right here. So this will give you every month. We're doing this, that we make it available on YouTube. Sometimes we don't, for hopefully reasons that are obvious. I just put the information out there, and if I can provide value, that's ultimately what we're trying to do. So anyway, guys, this is the Nougat Show. We just dropped this video. that I referenced in this particular video. You want to check that out. Anyway, guys, we appreciate you being here. Appreciate you watching. Hope you're getting value from the information we're providing you. We want to use our time as wisely as we possibly can. And I've got a lot to do. I got a little bit behind. I kept you longer than I intended, but I think it was worth it when we got to revisit that iconic moment in Dodger baseball with Kirk Gibson. And I hope you found it interesting. I love it. We got to see the longest home run hit in major leagues in all of Major League Baseball this year, 516 feet. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. You guys have a great one. We are heading to a show in, I think, Commerce, Georgia tomorrow. We'll have footage out on that for you guys as soon as possible. We appreciate you. Thanks for your feedback, your comments. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.